morning all of you. In the today's online lecture, first of all we will see what kind of syllabus, which syllabus we will prepare. Okay. So our subject name is Mechanics of Material. Okay. And we are going to learn the subject from Mechanical Engineering of Solapur University, and this subject is included for second year SYBTech Mechanical Engineering part first. That means overall third sem and first sem of second year Mechanical Engineering. Okay. So our subject title is Mechanics of Material. Okay. Before going to discuss the actual concept definition of subject, we will discuss about how this subject is formed or what is the base of this subject. The base of this subject is, we know that there are the main four stream of science, which are that first one physics, second one chemistry, third one mathematics, fourth one biology and other branches. So out of these four main branch, we have already learned in our higher secondary school, junior college level, the physical science. That means what? Newton's law, Newton's first law, second law, then different types of motion, linear motion, rectilinear motion, and based on this physical science, the mechanics structure is formed. Overall, for our mechanics subject, the basis of physical science. So while making the definition of mechanics, the first line is what? It is the branch of physical science. Okay. Then mechanics means what? Mechanics is divided into two parts. First part solid body, another part fluid. So the meaning of mechanics is what? Mechanics means what? It is the study of effect of force on a body. So on a body means which body we will prefer? Two body we will prefer, solid body and fluids. Again, solid body divided into two parts. First one rigid body, where we will make the study of effect of force on rigid body. Okay, this syllabus already we have covered at first year in polytechnic level as well as first year in engineering level, and that the subject name is known as engineering mechanics or applied mechanics, where we have done the study of effect of force on rigid body when it was in rest condition, when it was in motion. So that we have completed, where we have studied about resultant, friction, support reaction of beam, then moment of inertia, then center of gravity, then CG, then different types of motion, linear motion, rectilinear motion. Okay, all that part we have covered in engineering mechanics, where the assumption is all the bodies where they are rigid bodies. Means what? Rigid body means what? Their deformation cannot be possible. We have assumed they will not deform. But right now, so this was already we have covered, but right now we have to learn about the solid mechanics, where we will deal study of effect of force on deformable body. Deformable body means what? Which shape will change under the action of load. Shape will change means what? Its change in length is possible, change in width is possible, change in thickness is possible, change in dimension is possible when we apply external force. So such body are known as deformable bodies. For example, rubber. Consider this is the rubber. If I pull it, what happens? It will elongate. So that means what? The rubber is deformable body. So mechanics of such deformable body is known as the solid mechanics. Again, solid mechanics is divided into two parts. First one elastic bodies, second one plastic bodies. Elastic body means what? The bodies which undergoes deformation under the action of external load, and as soon as when we remove the load, such bodies again come to its original shape and size. For example, rubber, when we apply the external force, when we try to pull it, it will extend, and when we release the pulling force, again that rubber will come to its original shape and size. So such body is known as a elastic body. Okay. Based on elastic body, there is a different subject theory of elasticity. And plastic body are those which deform under the action of load, but it will not come to its original shape and size when we remove the load. So which are such body? For example, cable, electric cable, PVC pipe. When we pull it, it will extend. Okay. But when we release the load, that time what happens? It will not come to its original shape and size. Means what? Their deformation is permanent in nature. So such body are known as a plastic body, where the deformation is permanent nature. Okay. So through this mechanics of material, we have to consider study of effect of force on deformable body, especially elastic body. So for our syllabus, we have only considered our basic assumption behind mechanics of material is all the bodies, they are elastic bodies. Okay. So finally we will come to the definition of mechanics of material. What is the definition? It is the branch of science which deals with study of effect of force on deformable bodies, especially elastic bodies. So that is known as the mechanics of material. Okay. This mechanics of material, it is also known as the solid mechanics, or in some of the university syllabus, it is also known as the strength of material. It is also known as the AME, analysis of mechanical element. It is also known as the mechanics of material. So all these are words, are parallel words of solid mechanics. Okay. Next one, importance of this subject. Okay. So why to study this mechanics of material? That is most important, because as an engineer, this syllabus is for civil and especially for mechanical. So when we are acting as an engineer, as a civil engineer, mostly we have to design some structural member. Structural member means what? Important member. For example, what are the important members in civil engineering? Beam, column, slab, footing. These are the important material element. In mechanical engineering, what are the core element, structural element? Shaft, industrial sheds, machine. These are the important structural members. So that design should carry, while designing we must know its load carrying capacity, its number of users, its material. Then only it is possible to design safe structure, safe structural member. Okay. But before that design, for safe design we must know certain data. So what are that data? Number of user, magnitude of external loading. Okay. And next one, behavior of that structural member. That means structural member is situated horizontally as a beam, vertically as a column, horizontally as a slab, okay, rotationally as a shaft of engine, electrical pump. So its position we must know. Again, we must know about its failure nature. Okay, let us see the failure nature of different structural material. For example, slab, we know that nowadays our most of highway are converting into concrete slab, concrete road. So that time we must know the failure of concrete slab. So concrete slab, because of temperature variation, because of temperature expansion or reduction, it may associated with tensile force or compressive force. Okay, as a result it will compress or it will swing, and if this expansion is not allowed, there is a chances of cracking, chances of failure of that slab. So concrete slab, it will fail due to excessive expansion or due to excessive contraction. Next one, suppose consider the next element, civil engineering beam, or next element chassis of four-wheeler, two-wheeler. So that will fail, that will associated with lateral loading, perpendicular loading, and it may fail because of either bending. Okay, for example, this is beam and this is associated with perpendicular loading. So that loading it will try to bend. shear failure. Okay. Next one. So we have to study simple stress strain. We have to find out deformation. We have to find out bending moment. We have to find out shear stress diagram. We have to find out bending stress. We have to find out shear stress. We have to find out deflection. We have to find out slope. Okay. Suppose there is a column. Column is always associated with compressive force. As a result of compressive force, the column will try to buckle. Okay. So buckle is like this. Okay. So column will fail due to crushing. Crushing is also known as a buckling load. Or suppose the shaft of turbine, shaft of pump, it is always in rotational, so it is associated with different amount of movement, twisting movement along its end. So mostly shaft fails due to torsion. So throughout this mechanics of material, we have to study the different types of failure, different types of induced loads, induced stresses, permissible loads, and then only we can design in next year safe design structure which will entirely safe throughout its life. Okay, so this is the base which we are going to learn before designing subject, machine designing or structural designing. Okay, next one we will start simple stress and strain. So simple stress and strain. The first basic term is what? Stress. Okay. Stress means what? It is the internal force of resistance which it is the internal force of resistance which act against the deformation caused by external load. Okay. Consider this is the bar. When we try to apply external load, okay, try to apply the pulling, that time what happens? This bar, it will not easily pull, it will not easily elongate. Why? Because when we are applying external load, that time what happens? The material is also applying opposite nature of force. Okay, let's consider this is the bar and we are applying pull type of force externally, and the bar, why it is not elongating? At the same time, material is also applying internal resistive force which is exactly equal and opposite to external force. So this internal resistive force per unit area is called as a stress. Okay, it is mostly cannot be measured but we can feel. It is mostly cannot be measured, cannot be viewed by naked eyes, but it can be felt. So that's why it is difficult to measure, but mostly it is our internal force is equal to external force. So that's why R equal to P. So stress we can measure with the help of force upon area. Mostly which area we have to consider? Perpendicular area. Okay, the area which is already perpendicular, that area we have to consider. Okay, so finally stress means what? It is the internal force of resistance per unit area caused by deformation due to external loading. It is denoted by sigma, mathematically calculated by force upon area. So we know that in SI unit, force we can measure in terms of Newton. Area mostly we will refer in mm square. So most favorable SI unit of stress is Newton per mm square in SI system. Okay. So next one, types of stresses. The types of stresses are mostly 4 types of stresses: normal stress, shear stress, bending stress, temperature stress. Okay, but for unit number 1 we will consider only normal stress.